Some Hollywood icons refuse to age with their everlasting charm and beauty. Pauley Peretti, well known for her role on NCIS, captivates audiences with her brilliance and agelessness. Since playing Abby Scudo, Peretti has gracefully aged and maintained a stunning appearance on and off-screen. As we retrace her rise to popularity, her charm and composure have only gotten more polished, making her a beacon of elegance in an industry that values youth above all else. Join us as we honor Pauley Peretti's legacy of perseverance, elegance, and a relentless pursuit of perfection. Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, 1951. The first Wonder Woman was Linda Carter before Gal Gadot assumed her role. She was once Miss World in 1972, and to this day, no surgeries have been performed on the physique that won her the title. She continues to perform, and her career has brought her a sizable fortune. She's now the lead character on the television show Supergirl. There's a potential that in 2020 she may appear on screen again in a Wonder Woman film, since there have been reports that the 1984 Wonder Woman movie will be released in 2020. Cindy Crawford, House of Style, 1966. Cindy was one of the models who swept the business off its feet in the 1990s, thanks to her attractiveness and a mole that eventually became recognized as a distinguishing feature. When questioned about it, she's been quite honest about having some work done over the years. Kaya Gerber, her daughter, has followed in her mother's footsteps since she's achieved great success in the business and gained a great deal of notoriety. Cindy bought the Nate and Ale Hollywood Deli with her spouse. Olivia Newton-John, Grease, 1948. Olivia is an actress, singer, and composer who gained notoriety for her portrayal of Sandy in the film Grease. In addition to being an environmentalist, animal rights advocate, and philanthropist, she's actively engaged in several other noble causes. She's continuing to perform and will be the lead in the next film, Excellent Mr. Dundee. We wish her the best of luck since there are rumors that her cancer has resurfaced. Sally Field, Smokey and the Bandit, 1946. Actress Sally is one of the few who may be considered an industry icon. Her parts in Lincoln, Steel Magnolias, and Forrest Gump made her well known. In the last several years, she's had various physical procedures. She enjoys producing and directing a little as well. She appeared in the television series Maniac in 2018 and will now act in a new series called Dispatches from Elsewhere. Brooke Shields, The Blue Lagoon, 1965. Brooke gained notoriety at a very early age by appearing in films such as Endless Love, Blue Lagoon, and Pretty Baby. Eventually, she graduated with a Romance Languages degree from Princeton University. She had postpartum depression, which we're glad she overcame in the end. She appeared on the television program Jane the Virgin, and there have been rumors that she may be in the film My Boyfriend's Meds. Rael Welch, 1 million years BC, 1940. Raquel is one of those ladies whose names were synonymous with excellent performance and effortless beauty in the 1960s and 1970s. When she was 55 years old, Empire magazine listed her as one of the 100 sexiest women alive. As she got older, she finally had some work done on her physique. She last appeared on screen in the 2017 film Date My Dad. Bridget Bardot and God Created Women, 1934. Bridget was a huge star in the 1950s and 1960s, dubbed a dream girl. Despite no cosmetic procedures, she's chosen to let aging take its course, and she still looks stunning. Following her roles in Don Juan and the edifying and joyous story of Colonat, she announced her retirement from performing. She's a dedicated activist for animal welfare. Diane Keaton, Play It Again Sam, 1946. She was an outstanding actor and dabbled in writing, directing, photography, music, and even real estate development. Rather than putting herself in circumstances that would have resulted in a stint at the rehabilitation facility, she's been too preoccupied with building her life. She seemed to be acting appropriately. She's already acted in the film Palms this year and is providing the voice of Green Eggs and Ham, a new television series. Katherine Bell, Jag, 1968. Actress Katherine, an American-British native of Iranian ancestry, first gained notoriety as Lieutenant Colonel Sarah Mackenzie in the film Jag. Before playing Lieutenant Colonel Sarah Mackenzie in Jag, Katherine's part in the film was limited to 3 lines. She returned to audition and was cast as a lieutenant when CBN took over the film series. She played Denise Sherwood in Army Wives and Cassie in The Good Witch. She was a Saturn Award nominee in 2006 for Best Television Supporting Actress for her performance in the film The Triangle. Her only TV activity is her involvement in the NCIS. She works as a model and producer as well. Demi Moore, Indecent Proposal, 1962. Since she was 16 years old, Demi has been in the business. She left high school to pursue this career. She quickly became well-known, maintained her beauty, and is said to have undergone cosmetic surgery. Given how she appeared at the most recent Met Gala in May 2019, she does not seem to be aging anytime soon. In 2019, she starred in the horror film Corporate Animals. Susan Sarandon, Thelma and Louise, 1946. In addition to being a talented actress, Susan is a kind person who enjoys political action and charitable work. She's really lovely and a huge inspiration to many. Her IMDb website states that she's currently working on 9 forthcoming projects. Meryl Streep, Kramer vs. Kramer, 1949. Meryl is a superb actress who has legitimately earned her respect in the business. She's portrayed several personas and blended in admirably with each one. She exercises and follows a diet to maintain her amazing physique. She's had appearances in the films Big Little Lies and Mary Poppins Returns. She's now working on 3 new films. Jodie Foster, Marriage, Taxi Driver, 1962. Jodie is a superb director, producer, and actor. She began acting in 1965 when she appeared as the Copperstone child in a commercial at the age 3. She continued to appear in TV programs and commercials until 1976 when she was cast in the film Taxi Driver, which brought her first major break. Jodie said that the film was a major turning point in her life and that it was the first time she had to play someone other than herself. She finally rose to fame as an A-list star who won several accolades. Jessica Lange, King Kong, 1949. Jessica was already well known in the business when she starred in King Kong. She is a passionate human rights advocate and now serves as a Goodwill ambassador for UNICEF. In addition to her work as a producer, she also pursues photography. She shows that maintaining a flawless figure as you age may be achieved without bodywork. She's not done entertaining us with her acting abilities. A new series, The Politician, will shortly air on television. Fuyu Bul The Craft, 1974. Fairuza was destined for the big screen. After experiencing her first taste of stardom as a child star in 1980, her name became internationally known. She appeared in The Waterboy in the 1990s, followed by The Craft, where her gothic appearance quickly became an integral part of her persona among her fanbase. Her current concentration is on music, and while she continues to work in the film industry, she's now shooting for television series Paradise City, in which she plays Lizzie Thomas. It isn't full-time since her music appears to come first. She also offers poetry and some of her artwork on her website. Kelly McGillis Top Gun, 1967. Kelly's performance in the film Top Gun thrust her into the spotlight as an actor, and although she's been in other films, this is the one for which we all know her. Among these film roles are those in Witness, The Accused, and her 2015 feature film Blue. She's chosen to dedicate her life to assisting others who are struggling with drug and alcohol addiction to overcome their addiction and has now ceased performing. What a purposeful lady she is! Although it's unclear if she has any ambitions to return to the screen, we wouldn't object if that were the case. Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, 1953. With the success of Girls Just Want to Have Fun and Time After Time, Cyndi gained widespread recognition. She went from being a regular girl to a pop sensation overnight because of these songs. Sometime in the 1990s, her profession took a backseat to life, as is common with a few musicians. She went on to Broadway and won a Tony and a Grammy. She sold over 50 million CDs since then and is an advocate for the LGBT community. She succeeded in her way. Sophia Len, marriage, Italian style, 1934. Sophia first gained notoriety at the age of 15 through her participation in pageants. She subsequently entered the performing world and has garnered several accolades ever since. She was once dubbed the sexiest lady on the planet, with Bardot the only woman who could compete with her. For people who are struggling to give their professions their full attention, she's a great source of encouragement. She starred in the 2014 short film Human Voice, but that was the last we heard about her acting career. Nancy McKeon, The Facts of Life, 1966. She became well-known after starring as Jo in The Facts of Life, but she never maintained that degree of recognition. After her first decline, she was featured in the 2011 film Love Begins, and her last television appearance was as an actor. In 2018, she participated in Dancing with the Stars, and they made many appearances as a guest on Good Morning America. She's never had any physical cosmetic procedures done, and with her natural beauty, it doesn't seem like she needs them. Dame Diana Rigg, The Avengers, 1938. She was already well known in the business before the younger generation even heard of her, thanks to a role as Olenna Tyrell in Game of Thrones. Her career began with a role as Medea in the play. In 1992, she was made a dame, and 1988 a CBE. She never faced a situation requiring hiring an attorney or legal assistance. She's also appeared in several television programs such as Victoria and The Detectorists. Additionally, she appeared in the documentary Broadway Beyond the Golden Age. Helen Mirren, Excalibur, 1945. Given her long history of impact, Helen is regarded as one of the industry's legends. She's won several awards because of her enormous progress in her profession. She eventually developed a drug problem after learning that the money she used to purchase their narcotics was donated to war criminals. In 2018, she acted in the films Winchester, The Nutcracker, and The Four Realms. She will also feature in the upcoming fast-paced film Hobbs and Shaw. Her new program, Catherine the Great, is also airing. Maggie Smith, Harry Potter, 1934. Maggie has been in the business for a long time and has had an incredible journey, contributing to her enormous net worth. Her most well-known part is still Professor McGonagall from the Harry Potter films. She's won several awards and has maintained a slim physique ever since. She'll play Violet Crawley, Dowager Countess of Grantham, in the 2019 film Downton Abbey. She'll also appear in the film A Boy Called Christmas. Pauley Peretti, from NCIS to activism. Pauley Peretti, known for her iconic role as Abby Scudo on the long-running series NCIS, has remained a beloved figure in television. Her portrayal of the quirky forensic scientist endeared her to audiences worldwide, and even after leaving the show, her influence persists. Beyond acting, Peretti is a passionate advocate for social issues, leveraging her platform to raise awareness about causes like civil rights and animal welfare. Her commitment to these causes has solidified her status as a respected actress and a dedicated activist. Despite stepping away from NCIS, Peretti continues to engage with fans through various projects and remains a prominent voice in entertainment. Her impact on television and advocacy work showcases her enduring influence in Hollywood and beyond. Faye Dunaway, Bonnie and Clyde, 1941. This multiple award winner has undoubtedly had a very successful and lengthy career in acting. However, her appearance has changed after a botched cosmetic surgery procedure. It was incredibly wise of her to consider her options carefully before having surgery. She's appeared in the most recent films, including The American Connection and Inconceivable. She's reportedly set to star in the upcoming film Visceral. Kelly LeBrock, The Woman in Red, 1960. Kelly's career took off once she landed an amazing part in the film The Woman in Red. She co-starred alongside her ex-husband Steven Seagal in the film Hard to Kill. Kelly and Steven divorced each other after having 3 children together. Kelly was married again, but it too failed. She said that after going to treatment, she had ultimately triumphed over her drug struggle. Based on what's shown on her IMDb website, she's currently working on 2 projects. Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart Living, 1941. Martha worked as a model before discovering her calling in cooking and lifestyle coaching. Unlike most celebrities, Martha obtained a degree from Barnard College, where she majored in both architectural history and history. She was imprisoned in 2004 for financial fraud and released in 2005. She co-hosts a Martha and Snoop's Potluck Party Challenge program with rapper Snoop Dogg. Season 3 of the program is now airing. Gillian Anderson, X-Files, 1968. Despite her attractiveness, Gillian began acting in 1986 at barely 22. She became well-known almost immediately after doing astoundingly well in the role of FBI agent Dana Scully in the show X-Files. Because of the portrayals, she received several accolades, including an Emmy and a Golden Globe. Given that Gillian is German, English, and Irish, it should be no surprise that she's beautiful. Homer Edward Anderson III, Gillian's father, is a filmmaker and producer. Despite her age of 51, she doesn't seem it. She's now featured in the television series Sex Education as Jean Milburn. Cassandra Peterson, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, 1951. Cassandra's beginnings were modest. When she was 17, she began her career as a Vegas showgirl. Things quickly took off when she struck up a discussion with Elvis Presley one evening. She followed his advice to try singing and acting in Europe. Eventually, she relocated to Hollywood, where she starred in a few films before transforming into Elvira. She capitalized on the moniker Elvira by producing a few films, such as Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and Elvira's Haunted Hills. Most of her film's earnings were donated to HIV and AIDS groups and animal charities. Lisa Bonet, The Cosby Show, 1967. After changing her name in 1995, Lisa will now be Lilikoi Moon. She's the spouse of the very attractive Jason Momoa, who'd been making waves in Hollywood since 1982. Her most well-known performance was as Denise Huxtable on The Cosby Show, which ran from 1984 until 1992. She's competed in beauty pageants and appeared in TV series such as A Different World, which she had to abandon due to pregnancy. She kept showing up in The Cosbys until she finally departed for reasons she only knew. After a failed first marriage, she met, fell in love with, and wed Jason Momoa in 2007. Together, they have 2 children, and Lisa is a busy writer. Jenny Agutter, Logan's Run, 1952. Ever since her early years, Jenny has seen great success. This began in the 1960s when she made her feature film debut in the movie East of Sudan. Since then, she's developed into a phenomenal actor with several accolades. She was confronted with popularity at a very early age, thus she never had the chance to complete high school or college. Had she been born in this era, she might have gotten around it by enrolling in an online course. Since 2012, she's portrayed Sister Julian in the television series Call the Midwife. She's scheduled to star in the forthcoming film Ballerina. Dawn French, French and Saunders, 1957. Dawn is a comedian, writer, and actor. She was the lead actress in French and Saunders, a play she also authored. In addition to performing, she's participated in several stage productions. The most recent was Snow White at the Palladium, aired in 2018. People raised queries when she shed significant weight, to which she only replied that she was following a new diet. She's now very active and may be seen in the new television series Glass House. Sybil Shepherd, Moonlighting, 1950. When Sybil was in high school in the 1960s, she started modeling. She went on to get several nominations and accolades. With time, she became an activist for homosexual rights and an abortion rights supporter. Her money was invested in charitable activities rather than in drink and drugs. She was cast in Being Rose in 2017. It was the last time she was seen on television, but she'll be in a new film called The Lunch. Olivia de Havilland, Gone with the Wind, 1916. During the golden era of Hollywood, Olivia was among the well-known names. Her roles in Gone with the Wind and The Adventures of Robin Hood made her well-known. Because of her large net worth, she has no debt issues. She was made a Dame Commander of the Order of the British Empire at the age of 101. She's not been seen on film since her 2012 appearance in the docuseries. The program was dubbed 60 Minutes. Dame Judi Dench, James Bond, 1934. Even though Judi starred in many James Bond films, her roles in plays like Macbeth and Othello helped her become well-known. Her daughter was reportedly involved in a DUI incident at one time, but the greatest legal team money can buy kept her out of that predicament. Judi still performs often and has a new film titled Cat's Film. Julie Andrews, The Sound of Music, 1936. She may be known to us for her outstanding performance in the film Sound of Music, but she's also had great success on Broadway. She once came dangerously close to suing a magazine for disseminating false information about her attendance at a drug rehab center. The magazine had lied, and she wasn't into drugs, so she was furious at the charge. She turned down the chance to play a part in the Broadway production of Mary Poppins Returns. In Aquaman, she provided the voice behind Carathan. Since then, she's not been on film. Kate Winslet, Titanic, 1975. Kate's growing older, but it doesn't seem like she's lost any physical age. There was a rumor that she got cosmetic surgery at one point, but it was never confirmed. She starred in Divergent, Titanic, and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. A fire broke out when she was vacationing on Necker Island in 2011. She met her husband, Ned Rock'n'Roll, during her time on the island. The following year, they were married. Shaka Khan, Rufus, 1953. A list of the biggest name in the business would be deemed incomplete if Shaka Khan's left off of it. Some have labeled this multi-award winner the Queen of Funk. Her albums have sold over 70 million copies globally, so she has a substantial net worth. She acknowledged that she had drug problems in the past and that she eventually needed to be rehabilitated to obtain therapy. Receiving treatment was a preferable course of action than going to prison for drug misuse because the expense of hiring a lawyer to help her escape the situation would have been prohibitive. Shaka's followers were ecstatic to see her release a new album in February 2019 called Hello Happiness. Lola Fana, The Lola Fana Show, 1942. Lola is a lady with several talents. She's a dancer, a singer, and actress who earns the highest salary of any performer in Las Vegas, a rather impressive sum of money. At one point, she was dubbed the Queen of Las Vegas. She's shown that it's possible to be successful without being involved in a drug or alcohol controversy. Her last on-screen appearance was in the 2013 film Mary's Land, so she hasn't been in the entertainment industry for a long time. Mia Farrow, Rosemary's Baby, 1945. In addition to being a model and an incredible actor, Mia also dabbled in activism. After working under appalling circumstances in Africa, Mia was named one of Time magazine's most influential people in the world in 2018 and became a Goodwill ambassador for UNICEF. Something seems to have gone awry with her face, suggesting she's another victim of poorly executed cosmetic surgery. Her last on-screen appearance was in the 2016 documentary Now. Barbara Bach, The Spy Who Loved Me, 1947. Barbara gained widespread recognition for portraying Anya Amasova in the James Bond movie The Spy Who Loved Me. In 1981, she married Ringo Starr, a former member of the Beatles, and the two have been together ever since. She's never struggled with alcohol, and she's not performing at the moment. Her last on-screen role was in the 1986 film To the North of Kathmandu. She's now living a calm life with her family. Pam Greer, Foxy Brown, 1949. Pam gained popularity due to her performance in Quentin Tarantino's film Jackie Brown. She's credited as being among the first female action stars to appear in a film. Her performance in this film earned her a Golden Globe. She's said to be worth $10 million. She appeared on the program Bless This Mess in 2019 and will soon be in the film Old School Gangstas. Jodie Foster, Silence of the Lambs, 1962. Jodie is regarded as one of the most talented actors of her generation. She has incredible acting, talent, and is an amazing actor. She's becoming more well-known as a filmmaker as well. She struggled with alcohol at one time, but she never went to treatment. After coming out of the closet, she married photographer Alexandra Hedison in 2013. In 2018, she produced the film Hotel Artemis, which came out. Morgan Fairchild, Dallas, 1950. Morgan has been a celebrity since the 1970s and maybe into the 1980s. Her career is still solid and she's been in several television series. She's just one more person who has had poor cosmetic surgery. She starred in the television series Days of Our Lives and is set to appear in the upcoming film All Good Things. Bo Derek, 10, 1956. Bo used to be a model before she became an actor. She first gained recognition in the business because of her role in the film 10. After her marriage to John Derek, she was able to get parts in the film business, notably in the films Ghosts Can't Do It and Bolero. Although there were rumors that she underwent cosmetic surgery, she denied it. She's scheduled to feature in the film JL Family Ranch. If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon